Have you ever raised your hands in the middle of the night, your heart heavy, your voice trembling, and you asked Allah for something with all your soul? You begged, you cried, you whispered the same dua again and again. Ya Allah, please. And then days passed, weeks passed, maybe even years passed, but nothing changed. The problem remained. The pain stayed. The door you were knocking on still seemed closed. And slowly, a thought entered your heart. Why is Allah not answering my dua? Maybe you even asked yourself, is Allah angry with me? Am I not good enough? Is my dua not worthy of being heard? But listen carefully, because this is something many hearts misunderstand. Allah never ignores a sincere dua, not a single one. Not the whispered ones, not the broken ones, not the ones you made while crying in sujood. Allah hears every word, even the ones you never said out loud, even the ones that stayed inside your chest. The Quran reminds us that Allah says, "Call upon me, I will respond to you." But what we forget is that Allah answers dua in different ways. Sometimes Allah says yes, and He gives you exactly what you asked for. Sometimes Allah says not yet, because the timing is not right. And sometimes Allah says, I have something better for you, even if you cannot see it right now. Think about a child asking for something dangerous. The child might cry, the child might scream, but a loving parent will still say no, not because they don't care, but because they care too much. Allah sees the future you cannot see. He sees the pain you are about to face. He sees the test that could break you. He sees the blessing that would make you forget Him. And sometimes the thing you are begging for is the very thing that could destroy you. But there is another secret about dua, something many people do not realize. Sometimes Allah delays your dua because He loves hearing your voice. Think about that. The Lord of the heavens and the earth, the one who controls the stars, the one who created every heartbeat, He loves when you call upon Him, when you raise your hands, when your voice shakes, when your eyes fill with tears, when you say, Ya Allah, only You can help me. In that moment, you are closer to Allah than you realize. And sometimes, if Allah gave you the answer immediately, you might stop calling Him. So He keeps the door slightly closed, just so you keep knocking. But there is something even more powerful. The Prophet ﷺ taught us something incredible. A dua is never wasted. Never. If Allah does not give you what you asked for in this life, He saves the reward for the day of judgment. Imagine standing on that day when every person is terrified, when every soul is desperate for good deeds, and suddenly mountains of reward appear in your record. You ask, Ya Allah, where did this come from? And Allah tells you, these are the du'as I did not grant in the dunya. And in that moment, you will wish that none of your du'as had been answered in this world. Subhanallah. But there is another truth we must face. Sometimes the delay in dua is also a message to look at our hearts. Are we praying sincerely? Are we turning to Allah only when we are desperate? Or do we remember Him when life is easy too? Are we asking Allah for things but ignoring what He asked from us? Are we begging for blessings while holding on to sins? Sometimes the biggest barrier between us and our dua is something inside us. But the beauty of Islam is this: no matter how far you feel, the door of Allah is always open. Always. You can return today. You can raise your hands again. You can whisper the same dua again, and Allah will still listen. Because Allah never gets tired of hearing you, but we get tired of asking. So don't stop. Keep making dua, even when you don't see results, even when it feels impossible, even when the world tells you to give up. Because one day, at the perfect moment, in the perfect way, Allah will answer. And when that moment comes, you will realize something powerful. Allah was never ignoring your dua. He was writing a better story for you.